those octaves, you know? Ching, ching, ding, ding.
Yes!
Yeah, symmetry.
It ends the same way it started.
Symmetry.
And the reverb. Oh!
Oh, shit!
Oh!
shit! Oh!
Now we're reacting to a K-R&B solo artist named Dean.
Yes!
I'm down.
Fun fact, he debuted as an American artist before he debuted as a Korean artist.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and also he composes songs for himself, for other R&B artists, and for other pop artists in general. This very, very first song that we're reacting to is actually a collab between him and another K-R&B solo artist named Heize. So basically, this is her song. This came out on her EP. She helped write the lyrics, but Dean and like 5 other composers wrote this song. This was released in 2016. Go ahead.
You're doing it.
Why?
3, 2, 1.
Yes. Good first chord.
I'm down.
Yeah, love me some clav.
Like that's like
Fusion pop, jazz-ish.
pockets so deep you could put that Steinway over there, you know what I'm saying?
Nice use of samples.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the chord progression as well.
Yeah.
Like with the electronic organ. Kind of sounds jazzy to me at least.
Yeah. It's got like that neo soul
Oh
vibe.
man.
I love her voice.
It's like light, but it's still like got heart to it, you know?
Yeah, that jazzy, that lower 7th you went up to.
I dig that voice. It's like, you know, sassy, the element of mystery.
Oh yeah, she could sing some soul.
This is like quasi neo soul, but like with that K-pop crust.
Oh! Yeah!
Oh, nice, nice. I like that contrast.
Yeah.
Just became a lot wider.
Yeah, I like his voice too, guys.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. That was weird. It seemed like she should have gone up like a half step higher than she did, but like it was definitely intentional. That's crazy. Is that jazz organ in the background? The I like it. It sounds like it. Definitely sounds like it could be.
Did you just pull a banana out of a chip bag?
Why not?
I like his voice. It's different.
He has that kind of like raspiness.
The like raspy highness of his
Yeah.
voice. Like,
Yet smooth.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's still repetitive, but like because the chords are more interesting, it's more tolerable and like appealing to the ear.
Right.
And they changed the texture with vocals.
I wish there were more slideys. I know this is a very specific criticism, but like because the instrumentals have so many suspensions and resolutions, I wish there was more.
So it's like a love-hate relationship kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, he can do falsetto.
Yeah. I don't know, that wasn't really spectacular. Yeah,
It's a
that,
little flat.
it was really interesting,
All right, flat too.
Also breaking a color stereotype. She's wearing blue, he's wearing pink.
Right. And at the same time, it's like she's like the rapper, he's the bridge. Whereas oftentimes, you know, it's usually the other way around. That's pretty
Ooh, I like that.
I'm glad that we have her voice back now. Their voices are good together.
I know.
His
Hers
voice is
like,
almost like higher than
I was about to
his.
say,
Yeah.
hers like adds the depth where his is higher.
Some of these chords, like in context, they don't sound that special, but if you actually listen to them, they're really crunchy.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
that?
Just like some unresolved suspension.
Yeah.
That's what I call all of the crunchy chords.
I really love the vibe though, man. It's like super laid back and like, you know, they picked a riff that like works and isn't super boring, you know.
Yay, abuse! Woo! Great.
Translated by hiphopple.com. Thanks, hip hop. Oh man, I was such a fan.
Oh, that was such a good song. That was such a good song.
Yeah, no, the emphasis, as I was saying, the emphasis is obviously on like the rhythmic drive of the song and the rap.
The vocals were the most disappointing part for me.
They had some really interesting effects that I wish they wouldn't do. You know, because, I mean, I don't know, it might just be that I've been listening to K-pop, but, like, you know, one of the big things about K-pop for me is, like, the spectacular vocalists. A lot of them
that's true.
Great singers, you know?
And Heize is not a bad singer.
Yeah, but the way
they
modified her voice, and, like, his voice, too, it didn't highlight the performers very much.
Yeah, when the background vocals sound better and more interesting than the main vocals.
Because the background vocals were even more convoluted, or not convoluted, just like heavily affected.
Yeah.
With chorus and like, you know, also the delay and you know, all that, the auto-tune and stuff.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I just wish they had done that a little bit more to the lead vocals, or left the lead vocals a little bit cleaner.
Right,
You know?
that's true.
I like the contrast between their two voices. Normally she'll be a bit more like speaking, he'll be a bit more lyrical. So I really liked how they played off that with each other, and I just thought it flowed really well as a cohesive unit. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good song. I feel like instrumentally it was pretty repetitive as far as like the same thing going on, but the fact that like the chord progression was really, really nice, and also the fact that like they relied really heavily on the vocal lines to keep the song going, that was really, really cool.
Musical thoughts on their voices?
Their voices were great.
Yeah, well, we mentioned that it was kind of surprising because his voice,
Had a higher
not
timbre.
necessarily even like pitch, because they were around the same place, but his voice, like timbre-wise, like it sounded like lighter and higher, and her voice kind of added
Had a
the
lower.
depth. And that's interesting.
It was
that's,
really
like,
cool.
Counterintuitive for like what you think of like ranges and
And they
stuff.
sounded super good together
Oh, they
too.
really did.
Like, oh man, that song, it was a well-constructed song. Like, I was just jamming the whole time. I never got bored, which was important.
Yeah, and I think that what's interesting is because usually they kind of get that sense of like not getting bored. They make that from fussing with the instrumentals and like adding new things, and they really didn't do that this time. They mostly did it with the voice.
Yeah.
Like the voices would, like the melody wasn't the same the whole time.
It was interchanging and passing back and forth between the two of them.
And then,
they
like,
just, oh god.
They like harmonized with themselves, like the way that they like mixed it.
Yeah,
Which was cool.
it was super awesome the way that everything just kind of played together and came together. It was an awesome piece.
Alright, so now we're going to move on to another one of Dean's songs. So this is composed by him and 4 other artists, and this song features a rapper named Gaeko. And Gaeko participated in writing the lyrics.
Hey, did you know that with Gaeko you could save 15% or more
I don't know
on
whether-
K-pop
I don't know.
albums?
3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, love me some distorted piano.
Wait. Oh, it is coming.
Wow, that's so cool!
What?
I know, right?
What?
Piano and
Off in the distance. I like this vibe.
It's filtered in a way that sounds like it's coming from the laptop.
The old
We
radio.
both have to do it. Yeah, double check.
I was like, what?
It's just perfect enough.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow. He's got a voice of velvet. He's like a Korean Charlie Puth.
I love this voice.
It's so good, and he is hot as shit too.
No, yeah, I know. That's part of the reason why I love his voice.
It is 4/4. It's just
Really slow.
well, it's way more syncopated, like way more busier and irregular than just your average like 1-bar repeated rhythm.
See.
Oh, that was cool. It broke and then there was the TV static and then it came back. Oh, yes.
I'm interested to see where it goes. Oh,
I like the polyphony with the vocal lines.
The what? Sorry.
Oh, polyphony. Yeah, especially with the keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lick.
I like the yeah, but that's 251. That's the whole time it's going to.
Yeah, that sounds so good though.
Yeah.
I like the sub bass because I feel like it's more of a bass that you feel versus one that you hear.
Yeah.
It's nice that the bass is so prominent, but it doesn't cover anything up.
Whoa! Woo!
We just lost gravity.
What was that? We did like went up
A
a
major
step or
7,
two.
like an F major song.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey. No.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, break it down. Oh!
That mood it describes this song.
Yeah, floating on air. But yeah, this is like a really good song for like that kind of like lazy vibe.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, it's not bags on his hands. It's just his sleeves are. That's not a look. He has bag hands. That is not a look.
I like the sudden breaks that they did, but the vocal line kept going a couple, like 30 seconds earlier.
There we go. Woo! I love that extension, man. It reminds me of just like, you know, the asymmetrical phrases of freestyle, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is such a sad song, but it's so good.
Those octaves,
Dude.
you know? Ching, ching, ting, ting.
Yes.
Yeah, symmetry.
It ends the same way it started.
Symmetry.
Delayed resolution, man. It's nice.
Oh.
Why?
She knocked on the door! There was gonna be some meeting!
Please tell me there is another music video that finishes those.
Sorry.
No!
Really? Call him.
That was fun.
Man, I don't know what this. There's so much.
Yeah.
Like-
okay, so like, here, let's go back. Where's that? The TV.
Oh!
Yeah, that was really cool. Where you said, you know, the TV is on and then cuts the music.
And it shows the TV with static on it.
Yeah, and it fits exactly in rhythm. You know? All right.
That.
Oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Flat 6.
Yeah.
It is a flat 6.
It's right here.
And the melody doesn't change.
Yeah, you just go from wah.
No. And you hear the dissonances. Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't
But
work.
it's just
but because he just superimposes it. Yeah. There's also there's that one line where he goes into like his lower register. Da 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 da, and that sounds really good because his lower register is more resonant. Like sometimes when he's high, he sounds like a bit.
Like he's stretching for it.
Yeah, he's stretching a little bit, but then with that one line, it's like, yeah.
Can't remember where that was. Oh, one of my favorite parts was that extension of the rap. You know, it was like 32 bars, and then like he throws in another 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we need to start.
I got it. Yeah. Wait, it's supposed to end there, but he keeps on going.
Always nice when that happens, when it's pulled off successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that how you had a lot of different things, like for how many different things were going on, whether or not it's like polyphony in the vocal lines or like a much more syncopated rhythm in the drum set. Everything meshed well together and really complemented each other. And that's really hard to do when you have like a lot of complex things going on, whether it's not necessarily like just harmonically, but like just rhythmically. That could be like really challenging. Oh no, seriously. Because sometimes you'll hear it clash, or it'll feel chunky and just won't flow. But here it flowed from like one section to another really, really well.
But yeah, no, I really love that sound, just like in general. Like, it reminds me a lot of like the R&B we have here, and also it got me thinking halfway through, like as I read the lyrics, it would have been a totally different vibe if he took the drums out.
Yeah.
Because the drums kind of like get you in that like,
groove.
You know, oh yeah, like, oh, we're grooving, we're moving, it's like, oh yeah, this is cool. But then you look down at the lyrics, it's just like,
Whoa.
You're literally
That's
half
deep.
of me, and I'm without you right now, so I'm literally half myself. But you don't really like get sucked into that, especially if you don't know Korean. And like, it's just, I don't know. It would have been like a totally different, like, yeah, like a totally different vibe without the drums. It would have been more like somber, like. You can only like the only rhythm you can really hang on to is like the chords moving around, which I think would have been effective if he was really trying to like go for that like heart-wrenching like this is sad, but like it's like an R&B pop type deal. So it's just like we're sad, but we're gonna be cool about it.
Right, and this one compared it's mainly his voice with just the rapper inserted in the bridge compared to the one that he sang with Heize. What do you think about comparing those two songs?
Oh man, I like this song a lot better. There's just so much more going on. Not to say, like, the other song was really cool too, and it just relied really heavily on the both vocal lines, both of them singing together, which once again, like, they sounded great. Here it's just really nice to hear how they sort of like spice, like, instrumentally what's going on and arrangement-wise what's going on. Like more use of like effects, it just like things that really draw my ear to this song over like the one we'd listened to before.
I think that this one had a much more, like we were saying, that like lazy, carefree vibe.
Yeah.
That I think is really like that's the style he's comfortable in. I loved the one with Heize.
Yeah.
But that was definitely like I think this is kind of where he thrives. I think I liked the first one like just as much as I liked this one. They were just pretty different.
Yeah.
Like obviously they're both R&B, but like different like vibes and stories and stuff.
I think there was more in this one.
Yeah.
I think there was more to comment on. There was more that jumped out at me, you know?
The first one might have been more harmonically interesting because it's got like augmented chords and stuff, but just like overall the novelty was there at the beginning of the first one, but then by the halfway point it just kind of started to lose it.
Yeah. This kept throwing new things at me every turn, and you know, every chorus, every repeat was different. You know? I really like that.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new, I'm the channel runner and producer of this series. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're curious to see what else we're going to react to in the future, go ahead and check the description for a bunch of links that I have to playlists and schedules. Also, please check our Patreon if you want to support us. Patrons get access to unedited, full-length reaction videos, access to exclusive content, as well as early access to all the videos posted on here, and more. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.